From her witty jokes to her honest remarks, Eloise Bridgerton has stolen our hearts. Whether you admire her or want to be like her, Eloise is a force to be reckoned with. Is it her feminist views that make her more appealing? Her bluntness? Her hunger to want more than an average lifestyle? Let's dive into why she's the best Bridgerton. Eloise Bridgerton speaks the truth. In case you didn't know, Bridgerton will always leave you wanting more. Think of it as 19th century Gossip Girl. It's full of love, drama, and the deep chemistry between two main characters, the Duke and Daphne Bridgerton, but it's always Eloise's curiosity and humor that makes us love her and wish she had more screen time. Here's hoping that happens in Season 2. Eloise is played by English actress Claudia Jessie, whose amazing acting has not only made this the most relatable character in this series, but also the most memeable. Claudia has said that alongside Eloise's cluelessness to relationships and how babies are made, Eloise is very mature and intelligent. Because these two traits are polar opposites, Claudia makes the choice to have Eloise speak incredibly fast to make her seem like she speaks without really thinking of what's coming out of her mouth. The Bridgerton family has a total of 8 siblings, and with a family that large, any one of them can fall behind in the shadows. But Eloise makes herself seen because she's not afraid to speak her mind. You get to know her powerful stance in the opening of the first season, as she does not wish to fit into social norms and follow the traditional path of getting married and having kids. That life is not for her. She's too ahead of her time and can be seen as misunderstood or somewhat of a free spirit, but that's only because she has big dreams and goals that no one will hold her back from. Eloise wants to go to college and continue learning instead of living her life stuck as a housewife. However, we do at times see this tough girl lack confidence and be quite sensitive. We all have our weaknesses, but that only makes her more of an honest character. Some even say that Eloise is the true protagonist in the series. What do you think? The future is female for Eloise. It's 2021, everyone should be a feminist, and Eloise has one of the strongest feminist views throughout the series. Remember, this show takes place during a time where women are seen only as potential wives and mothers for men. Eloise is against this, making her far more different than her sisters and the women in her town. She's supportive of her sister's wishes to marry. She knows that she won't ever be able to change Daphne's mind, but she'll always be there to support her no matter what. She may be younger, but she'll speak up about any inequality, which makes her such a driving force in this series. She's like Jo March from Little Women, and nothing stopped Jo March. Eloise does not feel the need to marry to fill her with purpose. She's good on her own. She's the complete opposite of her sister Daphne and could be seen more as a trailblazer since she really paves the way for women to speak their own opinion. In fact, she has no problem calling people out. She's envious of her brothers because they can do whatever it is they please in life because they're men. However, she knows she can't be envious forever. She supports her brothers, motivating them to be bold because that way she can feel she's pursuing something as well. Her brother, Benedict Bridgerton, aspires to be an artist, but he's hesitant to follow his dream. Eloise motivates and pushes him to pursue his dream, saying one of the most powerful quotes, "If you desire the sun and moon, all you have to do is go out and shoot at the sky. Some of us cannot." Now, if that's not a good sister, I don't know what is. The funniest Bridgerton of all. I think it's fair to say that Eloise has the most laugh-out-loud moments. When things are getting intense, leave it to Eloise to make a sarcastic remark. She's bright and has a fun innocence to her that makes you want to love her. Whether it's when she's snacking on food and not sharing with her brothers, or whether she's trying to find out how babies are made, Eloise can always put a smile on your face. It's her thirst for knowledge that makes her ask the questions everyone's too scared to ask. She's definitely a courageous character if you ask me. Telling people off can always be frightening, but not for Eloise. She has no problem comparing women to birds because all the feathers they put in their hair, saying they're like birds squawking for a man's attention. Eloise would rather have a feather pen to write with than putting herself out on the marriage market. The jokes Eloise makes can sometimes go unnoticed. She has quickness to her comedy and honestly might make jokes at the wrong time, but that makes them more fun. Let's not forget when she said,
"Does she think it an accomplishment? What exactly has she accomplished then?" She certainly did not build that man or bake him. He simply showed up. Do you know what is an accomplishment? Attending university. If I were a man, I could do that.
As Eloise seems to be a crowd favorite and a quotable character, fans of the show would love to see a season fully focus on Eloise. Imagine all the hearts she would break from every guy asking for her hand in marriage, or better yet, her going against all of society's standards that women must uphold. We love that Eloise has no filter. We all need an Eloise. Eloise Bridgerton is your ride or die girl. Of course, the main relationship highlighted is the connection between Duke and Daphne, but we can't forget the friendship we see grow with Eloise and Penelope. It's amazing seeing how these two young women grow together. Whether they're on a mission of discovering who London's gossip queen, Lady Whistledown, is, or attending events together, you'll always see these two clung to each other's arm. Sorry for the spoiler, but here it comes. This moment between Penelope and Eloise is what defines true friendship. One night, Eloise runs into a heartbroken Penelope. She's been turned down by her one true love, Colin Bridgerton, Eloise's brother. Now, having your best friend tell you she is the hots for your brother could be a very awkward and uncomfortable situation, especially if tears are involved. However, Eloise, being the sweet girl she is, comforts her friend. No man will destroy the bond they have, even if it's her brother. A fun fact about Eloise and Penelope is that the author of the Bridgerton books, Julia Quinn, actually told the actresses that these two characters were the most relatable to her. I'm sure she's happy to hear a lot of viewers can relate to this incredible duo. Penelope is a good friend that Eloise can vent about all the ways life is unfair. Penelope is usually on the other end of Eloise's rants, being her support system. And just like any friends, they have their falling outs, but this friendship can stand anything. Penelope also does not share the same views as Eloise does. Penelope actually wants to get married and looks forward to it. Eloise even saves the reputation of Penelope's family in the final episodes. Penelope's cousin, Marina, is pregnant. The word travels around the town, which makes her less likable. No one wants to marry a pregnant woman. Eloise knows news like this would hurt Penelope's family and would have an effect on who she marries. Eloise wants Penelope to have the life she's always wanted. Eloise has a story to crack. Move over, Enola Holmes. We've got a new detective in town. Eloise will not stop until she gets answers. Eloise has one of the biggest story arcs, essentially to become the hero. With her determination to help the Featherington family's reputation, as well as uncovering who's behind the mask of Lady Whistledown, Eloise ends the series as a hero when she solves it all. Marriage is not on her mind, only solving mysteries. She captures the eye of Queen Charlotte, which is something every girl wishes to capture. Eloise does it so effortlessly, with not her beauty, but her brains, showing us that it's not what's on the outside, but what's on the inside that gets you noticed. The Queen is the one who gives Eloise the task to find out who is behind Lady Whistledown. She does go a little crazy, suspecting everyone in her household as the potential suspect, but who wouldn't? You must suspect everyone. We need more Eloises in the world. Without Eloise, this show wouldn't have the humor and heart that Eloise brings. She's the only character that goes against what all the other characters want. Her ambitious nature and ability to not give up makes us root for her. She's an outsider in the world trying to find her place, yet she hides this all with humor to mask her sensitivity. It only makes us think, what would Eloise do if she had no shoes to fill? If she didn't have to marry? If she could do anything she wanted to? Rumors have it that the next season could potentially focus on a different character other than Daphne or the Duke. However, eyes are looking at a potential season centered around Anthony. Here's hoping that changes. In the end, Eloise gets her victory, proving she's capable of finding out the truth, even if the truth leads her to suspect her best friend. Eloise Bridgerton is a perfect example of an independent, confident, and powerful woman. Considering her character shines through as a lead when she's not the main character proves she's even more fascinating. What do you think? Is Eloise a better character than Daphne? What's your favorite Eloise moment from the show? Let us know in the comments below.